Welcome back to module 4 of the unit Mathematics of Finance, and we will be talking about compound interest in this module. Recall that in the previous modules we have talked about simple interest and how it is calculated. Now, to understand the difference between simple interest and compound interest, we'll start with a simple example, and this is the same example that we considered for simple interest as well. So an amount of rupees 1000 is invested for 5 years at 10% compound interest per annum. What is the amount after 5 years? So we have a principal amount P 1000 which is invested for 5 years and at a rate of 10%. Okay. Now recall that in simple interest what we do is if we have this same amount 1000 at a rate of interest of 10% for 5 years. Okay, let us say this is the simple interest that we talk about. Then in simple interest what we do is at the end of every year we add 10% of the principal amount to the amount which is there at that point. So at the end of the first year the amount that we get is 1000 plus 10% of this 1000 which is 100, which is equal to 1100. At the end of the second year, again to this amount 1100 which is there presently, to this we again add 10% of this principal amount, that is 100, and we get 1200. So at the end of every year we add 10% of this principal amount. Okay, and that's how we get 1300 at the end of the third year, 1400 after fourth year, and 1500 after fifth year. So at the end of the fifth year the total amount that we get is 1500. Basically what we do is at the end of every year we add 10% of the principal amount. Now if it is compound interest, then what we do is at the end of the year, let's say in the first year, we add to this 1000 10% of this 1000, 10% of this 1000, the principal amount. So we'll get 1000 plus 100, 10% of 1000 is 100, I'll get 1100. At the end of the second year, now what we do is to this 1100 we add 10% of this current amount, that is 1100. Okay, so to this 1100 what will get added is 10% of 1100 which is 110. Okay, so the amount that I'll get is 1210. So while in simple interest every time we add 10% of the principal amount, the amount that is invested, in compound interest we find out 10% of whatever is the current amount that we have. So at the end of the third year, again to this current amount 1210 will again add 10% of this 1210. So it is 1210 plus 10% of 1210 is 121. Okay, so if we add this we'll get 1331. So while in the simple interest at the end of the third year we used to get rupees 1300, if it is compound interest we get 1331 rupees 31 extra. So the same way we find out the amount after fourth year. So again it will be 1331 plus 10% of this 1331 which is 133.1. If we add this we'll get 1464.1. And finally at the end of the fifth year it will be 1464.1 plus now 10% of this 1464.1 which is 146.41, and if you add this you will get 1610.51. Okay, so this is how is the difference between simple interest and compound interest. While in simple interest we add the 10% or the rate of interest of the principal amount every time. In compound interest we add the rate of interest 10% of whatever is the current amount at that particular time. So while in simple interest we got 1500 at the end of the 5 years, in compound interest we get 1610.51. So if you have to put this into a formula, so if we have a principal amount P which is invested for n years, so P is the amount which is invested for n years at R rate of compound interest. This is compound. The total amount after n years is given by a formula. So we are just putting those in terms of a formula. The total amount A is equal to P into 1 plus R upon K into 100 raised to Kn. Now unlike simple interest which is calculated every year on the basis of a year, in compound interest the interest can be calculated either on yearly basis or half yearly basis or quarterly basis or monthly basis. So depending on how is the interest compounded, if it is yearly then we take K is equal to 1. If it is half yearly then it is like we are dividing the year in two parts, so K is equal to 2. If it is quarterly then we are dividing a year in 4 quarters, so K is equal to 4. And if it is monthly then we have 12 months in a year, so K is equal to 12. So depending on how is interest calculated, accordingly we put the value of K, whether it is yearly, half yearly, quarterly and monthly. The interest amount, if you want to find out, then interest is equal to the total amount minus the principal amount. Unlike simple interest where the interest could be directly written as P into R upon 100 into N, we had an explicit formula. We don't have an explicit formula in compound interest, but interest amount can very well be found out by finding the difference between the total amount and the principal amount. So if we just put these values of K equal to 1, 2, 4, 12. Okay. So if it is yearly, if the interest is calculated on yearly basis, then I have to just put K is equal to 1. In that case, the formula in explicit form will be equal to, so this K will be equal to 1 here, and here K into N, that is 1 into N, will be equal to N. In case the interest is calculated on half yearly basis, then we put K equal to 2. In that case the formula can be written as A equal to P into 1 plus R upon, so I am putting K is equal to 2. So K is equal to 2 here, K is equal to 2 here. In case the interest is calculated on quarterly basis, then I put K is equal to 4. In that case the formula is, the only difference is here. So K is equal to 4 and K is equal to 4. The same way, if the interest is calculated on monthly basis, then we put K equal to 12. So in that case K is equal to 12 here, K is equal to 12. In general, this is how we write down the general form or the formula for the total amount in compound interest. Let us consider this example. Suppose an amount of rupees 5,000 is invested for 4 years at 12% per annum. Find the amount after 4 years if the interest is compounded annually, half yearly, quarterly, monthly. So in each of this case we would find out what will be the amount after 4 years. So here the principal amount that we are referring to is 5,000. 5,000 is invested for 4 years at a rate of interest 12%. We want to find out the total amount after 4 years. So we know that the total amount A is given by the formula P into 1 plus R upon K into 100 raised to Kn. Now in case I want to find out the total amount if the interest is compounded annually, then we have to put K equal to 1. So in that case the total amount A will be equal to, P here is 5,000, 1 plus R is 12 upon, now we are putting K equal to 1, so K is equal to 1 into 100 raised to 1 into N is equal to 4. Okay, so this will be equal to 5,000 into 1 plus 12 upon 100 is 0.12 raised to 4, or this is 5,000 into this is 1 plus 0.12 is 1.12 raised to 4. Okay, so I have to just use a calculator in finding this value. So 1.12 raised to 4 and then multiply it to 5000. The value that I'll get is 7867.6. So the amount after 4 years, if the interest is compounded annually, will be rupees 7867.6. Let us say the interest is compounded half yearly. In that case, what we have to do, as we said, is we have to put k equal to 2. Okay, so the total amount A will be equal to, so we have to put k is equal to 2. So accordingly the formula here is A equal to P into 1 plus R upon k is now 2 because it is half yearly into 100 raised to k into n. So we just substitute these values here. P is equal to 5000, okay, into 1 plus R is 12 upon 2 upon 100 raised to, it will be 2 into k is equal to 2 into n is 4 years. So we have to just simplify this. 5000 into 1 plus 12 upon 2 into 100 is 0.06 raised to, this will be 8. So it will be 5000 into 1.06 raised to 8. So we can use a calculator in finding what is 1.06 raised to 8 and multiply it to 5000. The value that we will get is 7969.24. So if the interest is compounded on half yearly basis, then the amount that we are getting is 7969.24. The same way, if the interest is compounded on quarterly basis, then k is equal to 4. So accordingly this formula is P into 1 plus R upon, so k is 4 now, so 4 into 100 raised to 4 into n. I am putting k is equal to 4. So the total amount will be equal to P is 5000 into 1 plus R is 12 upon 4 into 100 raised to 4 into 4. So this will be 5000 into 1 plus 12 upon 4 into 100 is 0.03. This will be raised to 4 into 4, that is 16. So we are finding 5000 into 1.03 raised to 16. So again we can use a calculator finding this value, multiply it to 5000. The value that we will get is 8023.53. And if the interest is compounded on monthly basis, okay, then we know that k is equal to 12. So accordingly this formula is P into 1 plus R upon, so k is 12 into 100 raised to k is 12 into n. So the total amount after 4 years that we want to find out is 5000 P into 1 plus R is 12 upon k, that it was 12 into 100 raised to 12 into 4. So this is 5000 into 1 plus 12 upon 12 is 1 upon 100 0.01 in raised to 12 into 4 is 48. So what we are finding is 5000 into 1.01 raised to 48. Again we can use a calculator in finding this, and this value comes to 8061.13. So depending on how is the interest calculated, on whether it is annually, half yearly, quarterly or monthly, accordingly we have to just substitute the corresponding value of k and the respective values that are given to us, and this is how we have to calculate compound interest. And you will see the difference here. While for if it is monthly basis we get 8061.13. For a quarterly basis we had got 8023.53. For half yearly basis we had got 7969.24, and if the interest was on annual basis then it was 7867.6. and you will see clearly the difference in the total amount that we get after 4 years, depending on whether the interest is calculated on yearly, half yearly, quarterly or monthly basis.